How do you guys feel about nepotism in Hollywood? How much is that controlling the industry?
I think that they're lucky and that get in how you can. Can't judge it.
I agree.
It's like, what are you gonna do?
Well, the problem comes in if they try to like deny that they got a leg up,
true.
you know?
True.
I think that's what pisses me off.
I don't think there really is that. You have to be talented too. And you have to have the je ne sais quoi. Like your face has to pop off the screen.
I'm sure a lot of people actually like Zoe Kravitz.
Well, like for instance, I'm enjoying watching. I mention this every time. John David Washington. I'm enjoying watching him act, but he's never going to be his dad, and that's not his fault.
Who's
it's
that?
it's Denzel Washington's son,
Okay.
and it's crazy. He sounds exactly like him.
Just like him.
Just
That's
like him.
awesome.
So, and I like watching him act. I liked him in The Creator a lot, but he's just never going to be his dad, and that's okay. Like it doesn't mean he can't do it for a living. It's not like that. It's just that. You're not acknowledging, like if you don't acknowledge that your name got you in the door, that's one thing. But a lot of them nowadays are coming around to the argument. They're like, look, it's a business, and you take your opportunities where they come.
See, well, I think with the nepotism thing, is that nepotism is good, nepotism is bad when you. It's just like being racist. Nepotism is bad when you use it to stop others from getting in. When it becomes a gatekeeper now, the nepotism. Just like racism is when you stop someone because of their race from achieving things in that nature solely on their race. And people don't. And a lot of times people use the word racism when really they should be using prejudice. Because these mean two different things. They're in the same house, but they're not. They don't have the same meaning. So if someone goes, I bet you that's an Asian person driving that car. That's not a racist statement. It's a prejudice statement because they believe that Asian people can't drive well. That doesn't mean they hate Asian people. It doesn't mean that. It means that from whatever reason, they believe Asian people drive poorly.
Or marginalized.
Now, if they said, "Ew, that's an Asian person. I wish they die." Now they're saying something different.
I'm just hearing Amanda Stenberg's voice echoing in my head now, where she's like, hatred, vitriol that we faced for.
Ew, I know. What is that? I've heard that.
Did you see that? There's
What
this,
did Mirror?
No, this girl on The Acolyte, the Star
Yes.
Wars show.
I don't watch Star Wars.
She was,
Anyway.
yeah, she was.
Well, and I think nepotism
You
is
guys really
also
like
difficult because I'm like,
these
look,
movies,
all
huh?
the Sheens are good. Martin Sheen is great. Charlie Sheen is great. Amelia Estevez is great. Like, if the idea is that
And
nobody's...
Sammy Sheen has a great OnlyFans.
Denise Richards is her mom, and Denise Richards was the world's greatest nuclear physicist in a James Bond movie. So what am I supposed to say, right? Like,
Would you put your family in a movie or a family member or a friend that wants to be in the industry if you're an executive producer of a studio or a movie?
I mean, if they wanted to act,
Yeah, you like them or maybe not.
I wouldn't even bring
Maybe
my family
not
on this
act.
podcast. Okay.
Maybe not act. Maybe they want to be in production or something. They want to learn it.
Thank you.
A lot of people would say that it's like they would probably not be as harsh on that critique if it was somebody behind the scenes, right? Even though it's just the same thing, it's still taking a job from someone else.
Must hires on set. There's a thing called must hires.
Really?
And a must hire is a crew member that is probably the son of a producer,
Okay.
the daughter of
Like
an
a quota?
actor. There's a show I currently work on. I can't say the name, but the executive producer's cousin is a PA on there, and she just got thrown. They gave her. There wasn't even a role for her, a space in there for production
Wow.
assistant. They made a space
Yeah.
and brung her in solely because she's the executive producer's cousin.
Right.
And this is with and this happens all the time. PAs, production assistants, those PAs, most times they're the most laziest.
Yeah.
They're the worst ones. She isn't.
Really?
She's actually great, to be
Nice.
honest. But the other ones are typically lazy. You
know what
can't
to
say
do.
nothing
Because they
to
don't
them.
have to prove themselves.
Right. And if you
anymore.
say something
Yeah.
to them, you can get fired.
Yeah.
For saying something crazy to them.
And you always gotta dress so sexy too, and you're like,
But also
you talked about that, the ones that dress too sexy on set. where you're like,
PAs
that's a-
dressing too
Like, you're like
sexy.
easy.
Why is she wearing high heels? That looks really uncomfortable.
It is
Exactly.
crazy, yo.
Or too tight pants.
But look at but I think people see nepotism as solely a family thing, and it's not that.
It actually gets broader.
It's a broader because a lot of Hollywood, like they say, a lot of deals happen on the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why is that? Well, that's because you're getting that through the friendship part,
Right.
opposed to the
That's what they call networking. It is real.
and that's
But networking is also a lot of work. So
It's exhausting.
Well, that's networking is when you actively are trying, but the nepotism of the golf course and things of that nature are, oh, I had this thing, Johnny, and hey, you know what? Boom. Because I just essentially offered it to you or gave you when everyone else is trying or whatever. So
Yeah.
nepotism is good so long as you don't use it to stop other people. Because I'm definitely going to put in, like, I always tell people, I'd rather work with someone that's better. That's better to hang a good hang than maybe the person that's actually best qualified for the job, because that person that's best qualified may be an asshole that nobody fucking wants to
Doesn't
work
come out
around
of
for 3
trailer.
months. Yeah, don't want to come out the trailer holding up things. I can say something there. Boy, I want to say
Ooh,
that
me
so
too.
bad. Yo.
So there's another, real quick, I'll make it quick. There's another thing that you can do too. I was in a movie recently, and there's this gentleman that was playing the clerk, and he was terrible. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you just gotta say hello, ring me up, right? So I go to the director, I'm like, who hired this guy? Like, this is killing me. It's taking so much time. Well, he paid $250,000 to be in the part.
What?
that's
Yep.
crazy.
Why?
Just make it work, Taryn. I go, oh, okay.
Wait,
All right.
what, so like
Pay to play. Anything to get
so
on
he
this
invested
fucking
in the
silver
movie.
screen. Excuse me, sorry.
So he invested in the movie so that he could.
No, he wanted the part.
So he's an actor and producer.
Wow.
Paying to be in it. It was terrible.
$250,000.
$250,000 to be in
Mary,
a movie.
you could be in my film if you pay me $250,000.
Yeah,
Come on in, give you
sure
2
could.
lines, say hello, goodbye,
and
you out
get
of
you
here.
out of here.
There's something
Get out
also nefarious about
Sad.
paying $250,000 to play a minimum wage worker.
And then they asked him to leave right away. Right when he was done, he wasn't allowed to stay for lunch or anything.
See, but that
was
shows you
weird.
people don't understand. There's a movie you should watch if you haven't watched it yet. It is called Spread, Ashton Kutcher.
Spray.
And the mother.
Spray. That reminds me of your dad joke earlier.
So Ashton Kutcher in this movie, he talks about how many people from around the world every year come to Hollywood to make it
Spread.
as a star.
Yep.
Everyone wants to be. You don't understand the power of wanting to. We were talking about that yesterday too. Being famous, wanting to be famous. You will pay $250,000 just so that you could tell your family, "Look, there's me in the movie."
Yeah.
Or, ooh, I'm next to Taryn Manning. Or I'm next to yada yada. So I will pay this money, just like I would sleep with Harvey Weinstein. That's what I'm trying
But
to tell
that's
you.
a
That
little
it's
bit
not,
more promising.
Well, no. Yeah. But either way, it's the mentality that comes in, but also
It's the sickness.
it becomes
It's the
a sickness.
derangement.
I will like if I had $250,000 just throw around, the whole point would be to not be known.
Amen.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit,
And
damn.
not have a job.
That's a great actual point.
It's
Yeah.
the
That's
whole,
not enough,
The
though.
whole point. Well, I'm saying like if you've got $250,000 for like a vanity
Run.
project, you're not worth $250,000.
Yep.
It's like the richest people in the world. You don't know them. It's not Elon Musk. It's not Jeff Bezos. The richest people in the world is some oil baron in the Middle East who you've
Yep.
never heard of.
And you can't
right?
pronounce their last name.
Yeah, like it's the whole point is like you want to be so rich you don't need to be famous.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.